Hello, I'm Cathy Unruh. Coming up on First Look at Tampa's redevelopment, we visit the Bay Bistro inside the Tampa Convention Center for a distinctive waterfront dining experience. Next up, we find authentic Indian cuisine in downtown Tampa at Tun-Du-Ree, Magic of the Indian Grill on North Franklin Street. And finally, we get an update on the Encore development and check out the first building, the Ella. Stay tuned, it's all ahead on First Look at Tampa's redevelopment. We are inside the Tampa Convention Center with Eric Blanc. He's the sales and marketing manager. And we're here today to talk about Bay Bistro. This is the menu. Tell us about Bay Bistro.
Well, Bay Bistro was, we officially opened in January of this year with a ribbon cutting. And it really amounts to our attempt to help the Riverwalk continue to develop. Tampa Convention Center has been around 20 plus years, and our main focus is the convention business. But under new leadership of Rick Hamilton, who's our director, and Mayor Buckhorn, we saw the need for the convention center to actually be an active participant in the community, not just an economic generator. So a lot of the things that we have tried to implement in the convention center over the last 6 months to a year have been more focused on making this a destination not only for people coming into town but also for locals. So the genesis of Bay Bistro really came from the executive team sitting down and talking about how do we make an impact on the local community and at the same time provide some additional destinations on Tampa's Riverwalk, which is thriving.
So to that end, this is not open just when you have events in the convention center. This is the bistro on the water, open for people to come in.
Correct. It is open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 for lunch. We have every intention on expanding those hours to breakfast, lunch, and dinner as we gain traction in the community and people really realize that the restaurant is open. And even have plans at some point of having weekend hours also.
Well, you've got some tantalizing things going on here. Breakfast is happening today because there's an event in the convention center. And I think you're cheating a little bit because you're baking chocolate chip cookies and the smell is everywhere.
Well, chocolate chip cookies have, all the major food groups, so it could be breakfast. It's good stuff. But yeah, we're open for breakfast today because we do have events in the building. So Bay Bistro kind of serves two purposes for us. It serves the long-term goal of providing that outlet for locals to be able to come, especially the folks that live on Harbor Island and Davis Island and on Bayshore Boulevard. But it also serves a primary purpose of being an outlet within the convention center for conventioneers that visit the facility.
And I'm just thinking that the smells wafting out from here would draw people around the corner to say what's happening. What are some of the specialties?
Well, some of the specialties, one of my favorites is fried green tomatoes. We also have fritters, seafood fritters on the menu. And we have a grilled mahi-mahi sandwich, which is excellent. Everything that is on the menu was inspired by our chef, our executive chef for Aramark, which is the food and beverage company that runs our facility. And they basically wanted to come up with an eclectic menu that played off of the idea that you're in Tampa. It's still comfort food with a little bit of a flair to it. And as you see, the color scheme in Bay Bistro is real earthy, earth tones. So we wanted to keep it simple but keep it fresh. So everything on the menu is done fresh daily. much like you'd find in any other restaurant in town. So.
And how's business? Are people learning about it?
People are learning about it. It's been a slow progression for us. We actually did a soft opening, believe it or not, in August during the RNC. When the Republican National Convention was here. So we tinkered with the menu from August while they were here. And after they left, we kind of tightened up the menu and finished up all of the decorations and everything, and then rolled out the official opening in February. Right now, it's more of we're trying to do a better job of getting the name out there and a recognition campaign. So we feel as we go further, we've hired a company to help us with the marketing and PR of it. It'll pick up. We get folks right now. We get folks that come over from Harbor Island and from the Bayshore area. Our next goal now is to really get into the downtown area, especially the office towers that are close to us.
I think it'd be helpful to let people know how you enter.
Well, there are two entrances to the facility on the ground level. The entrance into Bay Bistro, however, is right off of the channel entry, which is the circular driveway that is the drop-off and pickup point for the convention center. That's the easiest way. Within the next few months, we will have valet parking available and also metered parking available right outside the building, so to make it easier for folks that want to drive over instead of trying to walk from a downtown
well,
business.
Good luck. Sounds like you have good plans, and I know it sure smells good.
Well, you're more than welcome to have some chocolate chip cookies.
Couldn't do it.
Okay.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, thank you.
With Saravana Patbava. He's the CEO and founder of Tun-Du-Ree, Magic of the Indian Grill. What's magic?
Well, everything about it is magical. The way we started, the way our customers react to our food, and the way we are gaining in popularity in the Tampa Bay area, it's all magical. So,
tell us how you started. It's a great story.
Well, 7 years ago, I was a fighter pilot, retired from the Navy, and I was looking for another option to further my career. I got into civil aviation, and I said it's not exciting enough, so I actually was pursuing other business interests, and then I came across this niche area which was very underserved. Indian food was not popular in America. I was well traveled all over Europe, South America, down under Africa. Indian food is really, really popular all over the world. When I came here, and I realized that it is kind of an ethnic niche which is not serving the mainstream population. So I saw an opportunity there, but I didn't have the finances to back up and follow through on the opportunity. So I started off in a small trailer. That's what my first, to actually test market the whole concept, I started a small trailer in not far from here on MacDill and Inner Bay, close to the MacDill Air Force Base. Mm-hmm. The response I got was phenomenal. And 7 years from now, we're here.
And we're going to talk about your location here and what you do right now, but I have got to ask you, so is running the restaurant business, how's that compare in the excitement level to?
I've been asked this question so many times, and the answer is it's more exciting. It's more exciting on a daily basis because you don't know what you're going to run into. At least in my, if I had my checklist done and I did my homework, I knew what to expect in the air. You know, it's so, being a fighter pilot has got own challenges, but being a restaurateur is a whole set of different, whole set of problems to deal with. So it's exciting, yeah.
Okay. And over the 7 years, you've seen the popularity of Indian food grow.
Yeah, definitely.
Most of us are very familiar with it now.
Exactly. 7 years ago, I had to explain, you know, like India is a country and they have a cuisine, and you know, it's just to start from there. Especially being in a trailer, people expect to get a hot dog or a French fries there. But a lot of people walk up, they ask for a hot dog. So we had to carry hot dogs when we started. Indian food, hot dogs, Cubans. Believe it or not, we sold Cubans before. just to get people in the door, get them familiar, get them, and then we used to offer samples and Indian food, and slowly we cut out. The Cubans went, the hot dogs went. It was only Indian food, and we gained in a lot of popularity. We gained new customers, and they were all repeats. They used to come back, with their family.
Some of the highlights of Indian food are the spices.
The spices, yeah. It's so. It is so multi-layered cooking process. It's not just throw some ingredients together in a pot, and everything has to be cooked in a certain way. The stage in which each spice is introduced changes the flavor so much. Gives a lot of depth in its flavor. So it's a pretty tedious cooking process. What we in Tun-Du-Ree wanted to do was put a method into the madness and bring it to the common man and get them at an affordable price and let their taste buds speak for itself, and they come back for more. So it's been great so far. So
one of your catchphrases is "curry in a hurry."
Called Tun-Du-Ree, yeah.
You can just call and say.
The whole concept, like when we started, we said we're not going to be a typical restaurant where people order and it takes forever for the food to come out and it's really expensive. So we said we got to cut down the price point to where it is affordable and accessible to every person, and they can just walk up to an Indian restaurant, order something which for the same price of a burger and French fries, or say a slice of pizza. So we started with that goal in mind, and that was the front end part of it, the pricing point. In the back end, we wanted to make our cooking as honest and as authentic as possible. So we cook everything home style. We have limited menu selections, but each and every curry is cooked from scratch inside. We don't buy any cans, nothing frozen. We buy all fresh vegetables, fresh meat. We cook everything from scratch. So what happens is it takes 3-4 hours to cook the product, and it's all done at the end of the day. So when a person walks in, we already have the product cooked. We just have 10 things, limited selections, but it's fresh and great tasting, home cooked.
And what are your hours?
We are open at this location from 11 o'clock to 10 p.m. every day, except Sundays.
And let's tell people where we are, the location.
We are at 513 North Franklin Street, right in the heart of downtown. People call it the restaurant alley. There are like 15, 20 restaurants around here. It's a great spot to hang out, come on weekends, have a great time.
And when you come in here, we should mention that you have a buffet to offer as well, so you can sample several things.
Yeah, actually, I just want to, it's not a buffet technically, but it's not an unlimited all-you-can-eat kind of a, but it is, we have at least 10 varieties on display on a steam table. Mm-hmm. They can come in, the whole sights and flavors and smells. They can see what we have to offer, and they can sample everything they want during lunchtime, so that they know what exactly they want. They can make the selections. They can have 2 entrees and a fresh made naan bread, unlimited naan bread, mm-hmm. and also rice for a fixed price.
And things are going so well that you're actually looking into franchising. Yeah,
we actually franchised the whole concept a couple of years ago, and right now we are actively soliciting franchisors for our concept.
Well, I hope it works for you. I happen to love Indian food. There's lots of vegetarian stuff.
Yes,
it's delicious.
Yes, we have a good appeal for vegetarian and vegan customers, and they kind of they find Indian cuisine synonymous with being vegetarian, vegan friendly, which we are. We cook everything from scratch, mm-hmm. and we make vegetarian food from scratch to be a vegetarian, not take the meat out and that's vegetarian. No.
So you've got something for everybody.
Yes.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
We are standing in a building called Ella with Leroy Moore. He's Chief Operating Officer of the Tampa Housing Authority. Why Ella for this building?
Wow. Well, I think we did it right because, people have really embraced the name, the history of this site, Central Avenue, and Ella Fitzgerald's contribution to that rich music history along Central Avenue was one of the reasons that made us think that we needed to try to honor her and her legacy and her voice and her style in a building.
And this building's purpose is to house people in the new development called Encore.
Yes. Seniors 62 and older will actually call Ella home, 160 seniors.
And you've already have people living here.
Yes, we started leasing early January, so in about 3 months we've now taken our occupancy up to just above 60 total units occupied as of today. Over 100 units have actually been leased. So we are expecting to be fully occupied by June.
And the whole development is going to be themed around this music.
Yes, it's music, rich cultural heritage of Central Avenue, and just a myriad of world-class artists that came through during the turn of the century, during the Chitlin Circuit, singing and performing along Central Avenue, contributing to what has become an incredibly rich and important for us heritage.
And what is next on this site? I know there are multiple buildings planned.
Yes, we have 2 more buildings under construction now. The Trio at Encore, which is our first family building, 142 units of family housing under construction by Core Construction, due to be opened in December of this year. The Reed at Encore, which is immediately adjacent to the Ella, it's our second and final senior building, another 158 units. And our 4th building that's actually fully funded now, due to go into construction before the end of the year, is the Tempo at Encore, our second family building, a 203 unit apartment building.
How do people qualify to live here?
It's income-based for the affordable units. There's a mixture of units that are affordable as well as market rate units on site at the Encore. The affordable units are primarily reserved for people earning below 60% of area median income, and the market rate units are anyone who's willing to enjoy the beauty of Encore and live this close to downtown and Ybor City and want to pay market rent.
And the building is gorgeous.
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant colors and really nice. You recently got a $30 million HUD grant.
Yes, the Housing Authority was one of 4 awardees this year, the largest single award this year for a total of $30 million, which would give us the dollars we need to start on that 4th building, the Tempo at Encore. But more importantly than the Tempo building, it also gives us some other crucial community improvements, such as the historic preservation of St. James Episcopal Church, which will eventually become Tampa's African American History Museum, will be preserved through that grant. It gives us dollars to start the renovations in Perry Harvey Park. It gives us dollars to go off the Encore site and provide needed community improvements in the surrounding neighborhood of Ybor and Central Park Village, CRA, to provide more health choices, more quality educational choices, and more employment training opportunities for people that live in the area.
What's the timeline for when you say Encore's all done?
We think we're about a 5-year completion for full build out at this point. All of our residential buildings will be built out in perhaps the next 3 years. We have commercial lots, a grocery store, office buildings, hotel, and market rate condo buildings that we think will be coming back into market very soon here. And perhaps within the next 3 to 5 years will actually get placed online.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks
my
for
pleasure.
spending time with us.
Thank you for coming.
Billy Griffin is a resident of Ella, and there's a little bit of a special meaning in the name of the building for you, yes?
Yes, there is. Actually, my mother's name was Ella, and when I look at the pictures of Ella here in the building, she and my mother look so much alike. My mother passed in 1989, and throughout her entire life, even to the eyeglasses, the family, everybody always said how much like Ella Fitzgerald she lived. She looked.
It's really special to you.
It's
to see
very
this.
special, and even the name is special.
And the Ella Fitzgerald Foundation has given permission for Encore to use her images.
Yes, yes.
It's got the blessing of
That's right,
Ella.
that's right.
How long have you lived here?
I moved here in January. I was one of the first to move in, not necessarily the first, but one of the first to move in this building. I moved in mid-January.
And you're also a commissioner on the Tampa Housing Authority, so
Yes,
you
I am.
really understand and appreciate the vision behind Encore and Ella.
Oh, absolutely, Cathy. I thank God for the visionaries that we have, Mr. Moore and Mr. Ryans at the Housing Authority, but I am also the resident commissioner, which means that my position on the board is to represent the residents of Tampa Housing Authority, and that's a calling I take very seriously. And living in this building where there are seniors, I work as an advocate for seniors, and it gives me an opportunity to interact with the seniors, but also to be able to stand up sometime for them and to assist them in ways that maybe someone who isn't a senior citizen might not quite understand. I didn't realize there was a need for an advocate for senior citizens until I became one.
And you really like living here, you were telling me.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. The amenities are awesome. My apartment is absolutely awesome. The best part is I have the most fantastic view of the city. Once this entire project has been finished, I think it's going to be a jewel for this city. It's going to speak volumes about the quality of affordable housing, particularly in the city of Tampa. Thank God for our mayor. He has a vision also. So.
Well, it's nice of you to spend some time with us, Billy. We appreciate
Cathy,
it.
I appreciate you asking me to. I could always speak about the Ella. I love it. It's a wonderful place to live. Mixed income.
So come on down.
Come on down. Come on down. Cathy, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for watching First Look at Tampa's redevelopment. We hope you'll tune in next time as we take a look at the redevelopment activities that are reshaping Tampa.